I just thought we'd talk about how we don't seem to be able to see the truth of our being, how the sense of ourselves gets tied up in this idea of a me, gets all entangled up. We project out into a world of form, and the thoughts that appear in our awareness seem to be belonging to a me, and then that me has an experience, and somehow we identify as that me because of the experiences that me has, that I, my experiences. Why can't I find my true nature? And I'm just here to point to see if I can help you untangle this idea of a me from these thoughts, from these thought forms that create an experience of a me. And then we feel very much identified with that me. So I understand that, because I remember being there thinking, well, how do I get out of me if this is who I am? So all of that identity is born out of thought. So it's a misidentification. But if we're solely concentrated in on that misidentified me, we can't see the bigger picture. We can't see the truth of our being because we're looking in one direction and we're concentrated down with a narrow view, and we just can't see our potential, our true potential, our unlimited, unbound potential of who we are. We're just looking at this contracted view of who we are, wondering how to get out of this, which just seems impossible. So really I would offer it's creating some distance from these thoughts, creating enough space to be able to see them, to be able to decline them. Now it's interesting, who's actually declining these thoughts? Can we find that one? Who's declining the thoughts? Who's getting pulled in? Who's getting lost? Now the mind is going to offer up me, I am. But those are just suggestions, thoughts formed based on an identity. And I'm saying let's untangle ourselves from that identification just for a few moments now. Let's just rest here in being, without thoughts. Thoughts can appear, but we don't need to pick them up. We're just more interested in the silence in which the thoughts appear. More interested in just being here now, prior to thoughts. So it's this background of silence in which the thoughts appear, in which the sounds, sensations are all neutrally, equally appearing, because they come and go, and what you are is the awareness, the silence in which they come and go. You're the witnesser, the space of being in which they appear and disappear. So there's this subtle turning inwards. And this is just a pointer. There's no actual person turning inwards. But there's this habit to project out towards the world, to look for who we are, to find the truth of our being. And I'm just saying, if we can turn inwards, if we can turn our attention away from getting something to having a look at what's actually here, if we can turn inwards, and that turning inwards is instead of going that way, it's just a very subtle turning in to have a look at what's actually here, what's already here. Let's not search, let's not pick up thoughts. So when I say what's here, it's not to then add a concept to what's here. It's just to directly experience what's here. So what's here when we don't project out, when we don't add a thought to just what's here, and we allow the thoughts to come and go, and to see they're just neutral. Without a meaning, they just come and go. They have no power. They have no hold over us. They're not pulling us out. There is an experience of that. But who's being pulled out? If you're aware of the thoughts, we can ask who's being pulled out. Can we actually find that one without a thought added? Or is there just silence? And is that who you are? The silence in which they appear. This space of being. Just simply being here now. Sorry, my cat's trying to get in. So just being here now. Prior to thoughts. Thoughts can come and go, but we don't have to pick them up. When we recognise the space in which they're appearing is who we are. The awareness, the awake, aware presence. So when I say all these words, it's to see what opens up when those words point to a space of being. There's a sort of a chance for a silence to be seen, a space of nothing to be seen, that's prior to thought, that just opens up. It's always been there, timeless presence, ageless. It's been there all the way through your life. Physical body ages, but this is timeless, ever-present awareness that you are. Just being here now. Prior to thoughts. Or just the awareness of thoughts. But it's the attention that goes towards the thoughts that then takes delivery. My thoughts, we personalise them. Here it's impersonal awareness. I am just being here now. And then if we pick up a thought, I am annoyed. So if we pick up a thought, I am, and then whatever comes after that. But if we can just rest here with I am, and the space that opens up after that. You are the space in which the I am potentially arises. The I am this and that. But you're the space. So when I say I am, and there's a space of no thing, if we don't add a concept, thought or idea, you just are. And when I say just are, it's not to add anything to that. It's not to bounce to a thought. It's just to rest with the space that's opened up. When I say just this, anything to that, just this. It's to dive into what that exposes. This just, if I put a word on it, what is it without labels? Presence. If we peel the label presence off, what's left? Space of being. Peel that off. What's left? Non-conceptual self. Impersonal being. In fact, that space that's opened up gives us a chance to see the absolute reality of our being, where this I am, with no words, dissolves. And anything I say on top of that is just already too much, already not needed. I am. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching.